Imagine living in a world where your every move is watched, every thought is controlled, and speaking the truth could get you erased. Not just from society, but from history itself. Sounds terrifying, right? Welcome to George Orwell's 1984, a book that has been banned, challenged, and feared since it was first published in 1949. Today, we read diving deep into why this novel is so controversial and why it's more relevant now than ever before. 1984 is a dystopian novel set in Airstrip 1, province of the superstate Oceania, a totalitarian society ruled by the party and its enigmatic leader, Big Brother. The story follows Winston Smith, a low-ranking member of the party who works at the Ministry of Truth, where his job is to rewrite history. Day in and day out, he alters records to match the party's ever-changing narrative. Inside, a seed of rebellion is growing. He feels a deep dissatisfaction with the oppressive regime and longs for a past he can barely remember. A time before constant surveillance and absolute control. Orwell introduces us to a world where the government doesn't just police your actions, but your very thoughts. He coined animus terms like thought crime for having unorthodox opinions, doublethink for holding to contradictory beliefs simultaneously, and the thought police who hunt down anyone who dares to think for themselves. The party's slogans, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, are plastered everywhere, a constant reminder of their power to warp reality itself. Orwell wrote this book as a chilling warning about the dangers of unchecked political power, pervasive government surveillance, and the systematic manipulation of truth. But what makes 1984 so profoundly terrifying is how much of it feels like it could be real. It's not just a far-off fantasy. It's a reflection of political mechanisms we've seen throughout history, and in some ways see emerging today. An era of rampant misinformation, digital surveillance, and echo chambers, Orwell's vision feels disturbingly prescient. The book forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about our own society. So, why has a work of fiction been the subject of so much controversy? Since its publication, 1984 has been frequently banned and challenged in schools and libraries across the world, from the United States to authoritarian regimes that see Orwell's message as a direct threat to their power. But what are the specific reasons? First, there's the explicit political content. The book is a stark and brutal critique of totalitarianism. While often associated with a critique of Soviet communism, Orwell himself said it was a warning against the totalitarian tendencies present in any political ideology if left unchecked. Governments and school boards, particularly during the Cold War, feared that the book's anti-authoritarian message could be seen as subversive. Some have even interpreted it as a critique of their own systems, making it a dangerous text to have in circulation. Second, the book contains mature themes, including sexual content. Winston's secret affair with Julia is not just a romance, it's an act of political rebellion. The relationship is a defiant assertion of personal freedom and humanity in a world that tries to stamp out both. However, the descriptions of their intimacy have led some to deem the book inappropriate for younger readers, leading to its removal from school curricula. And third, and perhaps most importantly, 1984 challenges authority. At its core, the novel is a powerful argument for questioning power, thinking critically, and resisting conformity. It encourages readers to be skeptical of official narratives and to value individual thought. For institutions that rely on obedience and discourage dissent, this message is deeply uncomfortable. The irony is the very act of banning 1984 perfectly illustrates Orwell's warnings about censorship and the suppression of ideas. It's a real-world example of the party's attempts to control what people can read, think, and know. Banning a book about the dangers of banning things is the ultimate, if unintentional, tribute to its power. now. Let us break down exactly why 1984 still sends shivers down our spines today, by looking at its key themes and their modern relevance. First, their surveillance. The phrase "Big Brother is watching you" has become a cultural shorthand for the loss of privacy. In 1984, telescreens watch and listen to every citizen everywhere. Today, our reality might be even more complex. Our digital footprints, the constant tracking of our locations through our phones, the vast collection of our online data by corporations, governments, and the proliferation of CCTV and facial recognition technology can feel just as invasive, if not more so. We may not have a single Big Brother, but a network of them collecting data for commercial or political purposes. Orwell's nightmare of constant observation has morphed into a reality we navigate every day, often willingly. Next is propaganda and the control of truth. In 1984, the Ministry of Truth's purpose is to rewrite history. If the party says 2 + 2 = 5, then it is so. Facts are whatever the party decides they are. Sound familiar? In our modern world, we're bombarded with information, but also with misinformation and disinformation that spreads like wildfire on social media. We see alternative facts presented as truth, news tailored to fit political agendas, and deep fakes that make it impossible to tell what's real. Orwell showed how controlling the past allows you to control the future. Today, we see how controlling the flow of information in the present shapes our perception of reality. It highlights how crucial media literacy and critical thinking are in our fight to distinguish fact from fiction. Finally, there's the theme of the individual versus the state. Winston's struggle is a deeply personal fight for freedom of thought in a system that demands absolute conformity. He tries to hold on to his own memories, his own feelings, and his own sense of self. His rebellion, however small, is a fight to remain human. This conflict is a timeless reminder that our individuality, our right to our own thoughts and beliefs, is precious and incredibly fragile. It prompts us to consider where we draw the line between collective good and individual liberty, and what we are willing to sacrifice for security or convenience. Orwell's dystopia may have been set in a fictional future, but its warning about the erosion of personal freedom echoes louder than ever in a world grappling with these same tensions. So, with all this heavy subject matter, why should you pick up 1984 today? Because it's not just a story, it's a mirror. It forces us to look at our own world and ask difficult questions. It challenges us to think critically about the information we consume, to value the freedoms we have, and to recognize the subtle and overt dangers of blind obedience and unchecked power. Reading this book isn't just an exercise in literature, it's an exercise in awareness. It equips you with the vocabulary and the framework to understand the political dynamics shaping our world. Even if it's been banned or challenged, the ideas in 1984 are timeless. And the questions Orwell raises are questions we all need to be asking ourselves now more than ever. Have you read 1984? How do you see Orwell's warnings playing out in today's world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into banned books and controversial ideas that shape our society, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because as Orwell might agree, knowledge is the ultimate rebellion. Thanks for watching.